is the Deputy Commissioner of Operations at WAPO. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you very much for having us. What a wonderful event we've had here this morning.
Yes, we have indeed. So tell me, Stephen, how important are these events to WAPO?
This event here is of absolute importance to the work that we do in the community, particularly the work we do with the Muslim community. And what we've seen here this morning is leaders of the Muslim community turn out in large numbers to come and have a conversation. Come and have a conversation with the police, come and have a conversation with each other about the things that matter to them. And this sort of forum gives the Muslim community a voice, which is a wonderful thing. And we are here, the police, to listen. Not to tell you things, but to actually listen to the concerns about what's happening in community so that then we can do something together to sort of fix those things, whatever they might be.
Well, we definitely had a really wonderful turnout, and it was very engaging as well with the speeches, and I really liked your introduction as well. Tell us a little bit about your role at WAPO WA Police.
So I'm the Deputy Commissioner for Operations, and what does that mean? Well, there are about 150 police stations across the state, and everybody in those police stations ultimately reports to me. So I'm in charge of service delivery and that connection with the community.
Got a very important and powerful man right here.
Well, I love my job. And that's what makes me important, is I love doing it, and I love serving the community. I've been in this agency now for nearly 34 years. I've been a grassroots police officer that's grown up, and now I'm one of the executive leaders. So there's the Commissioner and two deputies. I have the privilege of being one of them, and I have the important role of making sure that the police are connected with the community, and importantly here today, the Muslim community.
And how important it is to have those connections with the Muslim community and culturally diverse communities, and what are some of those challenges that you think could potentially hinder your work?
Yeah. Well, the connection in the first place, the relationship, is critical to what we do. It's a long-term relationship as well, and that's what we're seeing here today. Now, I've been coming to these forums probably 4 or 5 or 6 years, and what we're seeing is similar people coming back time and time again, but importantly today we're seeing new people come into this relationship. It's a little bit like a marriage. It's growing over time, it's maturing, it's getting stronger and stronger, and the dialogue is really open and frank, which is great. People in this room here don't miss me. They'll come up and tell me things that I need to know.
Yes.
They don't waste the opportunity. The importance of that is there are some challenging times ahead. No doubt for people in this state there are some unforeseen things that will happen in the coming years that are going to need this relationship to support us through that time. It's flawed to think in a time of crisis we can form a solid relationship and that's going to help us. That relationship needs to be there as it is today before things turn bad.
Before the crisis hits.
Absolutely. And the wonderful thing that I'm hearing in the room here from the leaders and members of the Muslim community is just how much they're doing in the community to work with youth, to build social cohesion, to build community, to keep kids in school and education and home. And that is a wonderful crime prevention thing, amongst many other things. We tend in police to be quite reactionary when things turn bad. We come along. Here what we're seeing is probably the best crime prevention piece of work that's happening in the state, is people working together in their community to nurture and grow it.
And Stephen, you did mention that in your speech about nurturing the relationship, just like a marriage, even if it's still good, you still have to do that hard work.
You have to. You have to. And there are going to be times in this relationship when we have to give each other bad news. And I might be the sort of person that has to turn up at certain times and deliver bad news, and the same might happen to us. But we can work through that. Because as we build trust over time, that's the fundamental foundation of our relationship. That's what will get us through.
And I love that word trust that you've just used, and it looks like you're just on the money here, Stephen, and that's very reassuring. Lovely. And thank you so much for speaking with us here at Roots TV at this beautiful morning tea, and I wish you all the best.
Great. Congratulations to Roots TV. What a wonderful thing you've done there.
Thank you. We're joined by Sheikh Yusuf Parker from the Al Hidayah Centre in Wangara. So please tell us a little bit about the work that you do in the community.
Okay, my work encompasses quite a few things. Of course, the one is the Al Hidayah Centre, which is a youth centre, also a masjid, also a learning centre. So quite a few things going there. So that's daily occupation of mine is to be at the center, conduct various programs. I'm the main coordinator for these programs, so that's one part of it. The second part of my work is to counsel students at the Muslim school, so it's another job.
Yes.
And my third part is, of course, my legal career, which is now primarily in family law, but I also work in property law and contracts, so a few things going there.
That is so fantastic. I'd like to just touch on the legal aspect of your work, because in the work that we do in the community, there is that aspect which is really important. How do you use it in the community? I'm trying to give you a bit of a a plug here,
Yeah.
because it's quite interesting that you've got the classical training as a sheikh,
Yes.
and you've also gone off and done your law degree as well.
Exactly, and this is the reason why I did it, because I felt having a combination between Islamic knowledge and foundation, and then understanding the local law and even hopefully being expert in it of some sort, that combination is what our community needs.
Absolutely.
Some of us will always be drawn towards our Islamic guidance, others will be drawn towards legal guidance, others will choose which one benefits them. If we can blend between the two, it is so much more productive, and that's what I'm doing. So, for example, when I deal with a client, I'll first determine, can I help them from an Islamic perspective without the costs of going through the legal side? But at the same time, if legal cost is necessary, then we will work through that and help them. So it's a balance which I think is really needed in our community.
And I can see that you do indeed wear many hats in your community
I
work.
do, yeah, literally and figuratively. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Sheikh Yusuf, what brought you to today's morning tea, and what do you think these events really are designed to achieve?
Okay, this is the fourth one I think that I'm attending. I'm also part of the Muslim Community Advisory Group, where we meet with the police on a regular basis. So my connection and involvement with the police goes beyond the morning tea. And I've realized a while back already that the sooner we work together, we'll be more productive in our community. And I must say it has grown over the few years that I've been involved with the police, and their cooperation for anything that we need as a Muslim community, but also the interest in our community. I was sharing to the people today that when Ramadan came, I got a call from the police and said, Ramadan's coming, which days are you busy? How's your parking arrangements? Their interest in what we are doing. We didn't have to go and ask them for help.
And it's genuine interest.
Most certainly, without a doubt. And therefore these morning teas are good, because initially you just get to know the person, see the face, get to know the name, but gradually you feel the friendship. And that's where we want to reach. It's not just know each other's names and occupations, but actually feel the friendship between us. And I truly believe we are about there, where the friendship is between Muslim leaders and police.
Now,
certainly.
this word you use, friendship, it's such a beautiful word. How important is friendship in building relationships across different communities?
Like with anything, whether it's a relationship of a married couple, I do counseling, or it's between family members or community members, friendship is an important element. Because with friendship, you'll be quickly able to see the good in the person and quickly overlook their shortcomings. And the sooner we see the good in each other, we'll use that good to benefit or mobilize between us. Sometimes it is the either misconceptions about each other or the misunderstandings that prevents us from working together. But the sooner we highlight the good and we appreciate the good that each one brings to the table, it can only be benefit upon benefit, without a doubt.
And that was so beautifully articulated. Thank you so much for doing this interview with us here at Roots TV. Sheikh Yusuf Parker.
Thank you very much for Roots TV, and thank you for the commissioner for this morning tea. It's very important such event to integrate the community together, plus the commissioner and the police. And the police done tremendous work and job, especially for the Muslim community through WA. We do acknowledge their support at our multicultural Eid Carnival, and they do huge support when anything happened to the Muslim community. So today, I was this morning to meet and greet the police officer in your local area. It's very important face to face when you meet your police station officers and in charge of the station. That will take the community to another level to work closely with the police in WA. So such event is very important, as we said, and in a hope we get more work with the WA police and state security regard the Muslim community in Western Australia to be more safe from prejudice and hatred through the community. Thank you very much.
I do believe this event is very important for Muslim leaders and all community members to gather together and highlight some important facts about what's really happening in a community, to bring those the harmony and love and peace to all members. And this is really quite important. So we really need to end the division in a community and bring these understandings, so everybody understand very well that we as Muslims, leaders, and we are working together with Australian communities to really create this love and harmony among all individuals in Australia. I like what Brother Abdullah Khan really mentioned about those events, especially like the messages of hate, and in the community we have to really we have to not to listen. We should not actually listen to those messages, and I do believe we have to educate our all the individuals in a community. We have to educate them not to listen to those messages of hate, and we have to work together towards peace and prosperity.